Coronation Street fans are convinced they may have cracked one of the soap's biggest mysteries of the year. A seemingly innocent behind-the-scenes photograph posted by a cast member has sent the internet into overdrive, with viewers believing it contains a major clue about the outcome of Summer Spellman's murder charge. We have the full story. It is the social media post that has got Coronation Street's famously eagle-eyed fan base talking. A cheerful on-set photograph, shared to Instagram by actor Tony Maudsley, who plays George Shuttleworth, appears on the surface to be nothing more than a warm snapshot of cast members enjoying each other's company between filming. But look a little closer, and fans believe it may have inadvertently revealed the outcome of one of the soap's most gripping and emotionally charged storylines of the year. The photograph shows a group of cast members gathered in the on-screen home of No. 11 Coronation Street, some seated on the sofa, others standing behind. Among those pictured are Amy Robbins, who plays Christina Boyd, Jodie Prenger as Glenda Shuttleworth, Gareth Pierce as Todd Grimshaw, and Patty Clare as the beloved Mary Taylor. Tony captioned the post with a playful nod to the long-standing joke about the implausibly spacious layout of No. 11, writing, "The very happy residents of No. 11 Coronation Street. Yeah. We know there's a bedroom situation. Just know that we are all very close." He also added, perhaps most tellingly, "And yes, Todd does have a black eye. He's had quite a year." But it was not Todd's black eye that grabbed the attention of fans. It was the presence of one particular cast member in that photograph, Harriet Bibby, who plays Summer Spellman. Because right now, on screen, Summer is not a very happy resident of anywhere. She is behind bars, on remand, charged with the murder of Theo Silverton. And yet, there she is, relaxed, smiling, very much present among her castmates in what appears to be a domestic, settled setting. Fans were quick to draw the obvious conclusion: Summer is going to be all right. To understand why this matters so much, we need to revisit the full weight of the situation Summer currently finds herself in. The Theo Silverton murder investigation has been one of Coronation Street's most ambitious storylines in recent years, a multi-layered whodunit that has kept viewers guessing since Theo's body was discovered by a horrified Betsy Swain on the night of her mother Lisa's wedding to Carla Connor. That fateful night was itself foreshadowed months earlier in February, when flash-forward scenes showed Betsy being interviewed by police following a deadly discovery, a narrative device that immediately signaled the scale of what was coming. 6 suspects were formally identified, and while the investigation has since cleared Danielle Silverton, and in the eyes of viewers, if not yet the police, Summer herself, the net appears, on screen at least, to be tightening around the wrong person. Flashback scenes have already shown the audience the truth. Summer did confront Theo in his and Todd's flat on the night he died. It was terrifying. But Theo was still alive when they parted ways. Summer did not kill him. The problem is that the evidence does not reflect that truth. Her alibi, provided by Tyrone Dobbs, has unraveled after Tyrone lied to police about what he actually witnessed that night. Without a credible alibi, and with circumstantial evidence mounting against her, Summer has been charged. And in Monday's episode, the situation reached a heartbreaking low point, as a distressed Summer told Todd, the closest thing she has to a father, that she is now considering pleading guilty to manslaughter. Not because she is guilty, but because it feels like her only way out. The scene left Todd devastated and viewers deeply shaken. Against that backdrop, the sight of Harriet Bibby laughing on set with her castmates carries enormous significance. It suggests, though of course nothing is confirmed, that Summer's story does not end in a prison cell. Coronation Street producer Kate Brooks has been carefully guarding the details of how and when the truth will emerge, but she has offered some tantalizing clues. Speaking to the Manchester Evening News and assembled press, Brooks confirmed that the audience will find out who actually killed Theo during late June or July, describing it as a massive story with, in her words, so many different twists and so many different offshoots. She also offered a teaser that will have fans poring over every scene with renewed attention, saying, You think you're watching one thing, and then it diverts into a completely new kind of story territory. 4 suspects remain in the official frame: George Shuttleworth, Christina Boyd, Gary Windus, and Todd Grimshaw himself. A wild card element also remains in play, with Brody Michaelis having faced suspicion this week and the broader possibility that someone else entirely, acting out of loyalty to Todd, may be responsible. The real answer, Brooks promises, is still weeks away. But tonight, for Summer Spellman's many fans, a photograph on Instagram may have offered the reassurance they have been desperately looking for. She may be in the darkest place of her life right now. She may be contemplating admitting to a crime she did not commit. But if that on-set snapshot is anything to go by, Summer Spellman is going to make it through. Coronation Street continues on ITV and ITVX, with the killer set to be revealed to viewers in late June or July, and Summer's fate hanging in the balance. The coming weeks promise to be unmissable. We will have full coverage as the story develops. Until then, stay with us. Jody finally gets exposed in Coronation Street as her lies unravel, but another shocking twist soon follows. Daniel Osborne has finally uncovered the truth about the person responsible for the vicious online hate campaign against him in Coronation Street, and it appears that Jody Ramsey's deception has finally caught up with her. But is this really the end of her scheming? The answer, unsurprisingly, seems to be no. Jody has repeatedly demonstrated an extraordinary ability to escape the consequences of her actions. Whenever one carefully constructed plan falls apart, she quickly develops another strategy to manipulate those around her and avoid facing the full repercussions of her behavior. That pattern continued in tonight's episode when she accidentally revealed more information than intended, allowing Daniel to piece together the truth and realize that she was the individual behind the online trolling campaign that had made his life a misery. However, rather than accepting defeat, Jody immediately turned her attention toward a new victim and began setting another plan into motion. After Daniel angrily threw her out, Jody made her way to the Platt household, where she once again attempted to manipulate David Platt by revisiting the controversial events that occurred on the night of the Connor Swain wedding. Longtime viewers will remember that Jody secretly climbed into David's bed while pretending to be his wife, Shona Platt. Afterwards, she implied that David had behaved inappropriately and suggested that he had made advances towards her. During tonight's episode, Jody continued pushing that version of events and cleverly twisted the narrative to suit her own agenda. Through a series of manipulative comments, she managed to make David question his own memory of what had happened. She even claimed that David had knowingly recognized her that night and insisted that he had spoken her name, further blurring the lines between truth and fiction in an attempt to convince him that her version of events was accurate.